Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Running, running, no. Keep running,
Whoa. This episode took me by surprise, gang. I don't know what to say. I did not expect them to do all that crazy stuff. I'm shocked more than you are. Amazing episode. Okay, I'm gonna get these Cypher, and that is it. No, seriously, but I did not expect them to do all that crazy stuff. Who speculated that Danny would do that? I am not a person that reads the books. I only read the episodes, and today I'm going to give you a review, episode 5, season 8 of Game of Thrones. I am so shocked. I'm so shocked. I don't even know what to say, but let's start from the beginning. So anyways, though, we start off with this episode with Varys writing a letter that might just go out through all the realms of this whole Game of Thrones verse. Alright, we know that in this letter is the true identity of Jon Snow of Winterfell. Now, I kind of speculated while watching this that Varys, the reason why Varys stayed was because that he seen this coming already. Now, he and Tyrion was on opposite sides of one thoughts. You know, both of them smart. So we start off this episode with Varys talking to one of his little spiders, and basically spider said that she's not eating, she's like starving herself, she's bad. You know, last episode we seen that one of her dragons, Rhaegon, died sadly, and Varys is anticipating the fact that if he do run, there's no escaping Daenerys. Daenerys will win this war, and she will seek out Varys. So there's nowhere for him to run as of late anyway. So he just stood there and took it. And he knew Tyrion was on the opposite side of him. And Tyrion went and told Dany about Varys' deception. But, you know, Dany blamed it on Jon, which in case is really his fault, because he shouldn't have told anybody. The only person that knew was Samuel Tarly, Bran and himself. So it does fall back on Jon's fault. But as we've seen, Varys try to talk to Jon about, you know, you are the true heir to the throne, and you know how the people, the nearest people are, you know, they're crazy, they're driven mad. As we've seen Daenerys, like, look how the Targaryens are. We've seen how Daenerys is, like, throughout this whole episode. This was not Dany at all. The Dany that we all know, this is not her. This is so much in this episode I want to talk about, fans. I just don't know what to say. This is not the Dany that we know. And let's get back on Varys telling Jon don't want the throne. Jon is head over heels for Dany, so his mind's all twisted. Only thing he know is pleasing Daenerys. But we see that everybody's scared of Daenerys. Everybody's scared of Dany because of power and what she have, a dragon that demolished King's Landing. But we're not going to talk about that just yet. Let's talk about Varys' execution. Now, we see that once Varys got executed by Dany, we see what Jon, the stare. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you watch Game of Thrones, body language is everything. Everything in this series. Now, we see how Jon was looking when Varys got executed. He was looking like, who is this person? Like, who is Dany? Like, this ain't a person like I fell in love with. And look what Samuel Tarly said. Basically that, you know, would she give up the throne for you like you would for her? Look what she did to Samuel's father and his brother. Like, Jon looking like, is this the real Dany? Is this the real person? Is this not the person I fell in love with? And I'm thinking, going through Jon's mind, he's like, what Varys said. A person that really doesn't want to rule will be the perfect king. And going through his mind, he's looking like, dang, this is crazy. Is this the Dany that I've been hearing about? This is why so many people are scared of Daenerys Targaryen. Daenerys Stormborn. She's Targaryen. Anyway, it's just crazy. But Jon's body language, everything. And then when it was over, Dany was talking to Grey Worm, and Grey Worm for the same, like, the sadness of losing Miss So they two are linked together. The anger are linked together. But when she called Jon in, you know, she had feelings for Jon, but she just said that Jon was a traitor. But she do love Jon with all her heart. Like she said, she didn't execute Jon. All this came abrupt because of Jon Snow, my favorite character. But she still loved him. She don't want to execute Jon. We seen that beforehand. She loves Jon, but most people don't love Daenerys. They fear her. And we see her weakness now. People don't know Daenerys. They only fear her. Who would go up under a queen they don't even know but fearing? That's a bad way to start off, you know, being on the throne. Somebody being feared, not loved. We seen that at the end of this episode, I would say Cersei won, but I love that final scene with Cersei and Jaime. I loved it. No lie. But getting back to Dany, we seen that she is falling under the same category, the same role as the Mad King, Aerys Targaryen. This is bad. I love Dany. I'm so late for giving you this review. I supposed to have been reviewing the whole episodes of Game of Thrones or the final season. Got things mixed up, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this episode, this glorious episode. So we talked about Dany a little beginning of this episode. Let's talk about Sir Davos. All right, we all can agree that Sir Davos is only here, is still alive because of smuggling plot convenience. Now his plot armor is very strong because he can smuggle people through in and out. All right, the plot armor is strong with Sir Davos. Like this is only why DB Wise and his producers kept him alive, just for this plot convenience right here. And he's a good actor. So let's talk about Tyrion. Now Tyrion is very scared of Dany. We seen how Sansa just said to your Tyrion, like, bro, you're scared of her, and everybody agrees that she's a very powerful person, powerful woman. And we see that a lot of people is scared of her. Everybody fears her. Only people that really love her, I would say Jon does have feelings for her. Daenerys, he loves her. But people just fear this woman. And just to get back on Tyrion, we see how much love he has for Jaime. Oh my gosh, like, he really loved Cersei, but he loved Jaime more. We seen the brotherly love, the brotherly moment that we seen with him. That was an amazing moment. He cares about Jaime so much that he would make Jaime happy by having Cersei escape. All right, that's the only reason why he wants Cersei to escape, because it will make Jaime happy. And we seen that this is what Jaime wanted. He got caught trying to run back to his sister. Yuck. But at the end of the day, Tyrion helped him out because he loved his brother. Good character development for Tyrion. We seen that Jaime was the only person he could rely on since he was a child. And that brotherly love, that brotherly bond was amazing. Trust me, I have 5 brothers. Really, I have 8. 5 mother, 3 on my dad's side, and I love all my brothers, and I see the compassion they have with each other. So it's nice to see that between, you know, Tyrion and Jaime, to see Jaime being happy and getting smoked in her with Sir Davos. And Tyrion loved his brother so much that he been through so much shit, and you know, the only person that was there for him was Jaime. Father hated him, sister hated him, imp to be, and everybody did not like him. So he uses wits, like, to outsmart people. That was his most powerful power, I would say, to outwit people, make fun of people making fun of him, you know. So the battle commenced, and that we see that Euron looking up in the sky. He sees Dany, and when I see Dany, I'm like, Dany, burn it all, Dany, burn it all, Dany, burn it, kill her, kill Cersei, okay. And what got me so surprised was Dany breaking through the walls and killing everybody of the Golden Company. Like, you know, that first roundabout, like, this victory was easy for Dany, surprisingly, but easy for Dany. And when she busts through it and burning everything, the Hell's people that on top of the castle, burning everything, I was happy. That fucking kicking ass, the Winterfell kicking ass, everybody on Winterfell side kicking ass. I was so happy. I was like, yes, please kill Cersei. You know I hate Cersei. I hate her with a passion. And to see her at the end of this episode, amazing, glorious. But I'm so happy. That Brathy kicking ass, Winterfell kicking ass. I was so happy. And to see Dany burn everybody, oh my god, that was bad. But to see when she at first, she was going for the right people at first. You see John back there. Oh, Grey Worm, everybody kicking ass. I was so happy for this moment when the battle was starting like this. Amazing. And I don't want to praise Danny for doing what she did. Nobody want to praise Danny for doing what she did. But even though Cersei fell, that was a victory for Cersei. Let me explain. That's what Cersei wanted from the beginning. Deep down in her heart, she's not gonna give up. But deep down in her heart, she knows she was gonna lose. And this was a win when Danny just started massacring the whole crowd. Like, who will follow her now? That's what she did. What realms of Westeros will follow her? She's following the same footsteps as Aerys Targaryen, her father. And you see that was a W for Cersei. Exactly what she wanted. Now, I know I have not read the book, so don't try to get me like, oh yeah, But from watching episodes, I would think that this will not carry on. Look what she did. She massacred so many people that had nothing to do with this. And that will be her downfall anyway. I might just read the books after this, because the next week will be the final episode of Game of Thrones. And I will be here. You watch it with me, alright, fans. But like I said, that was a win for Cersei on I would say a little glimpse of what she needs right now, because the Cersei, the Lannister reign is over with, alright? But Cersei's expression was priceless when the people was falling. Everybody, all her men was dying, Kyrie came in like, Queen, there's people can't fight anymore. Cersei's like, oh, they can still fight. We can keep up the fight. But there was no man. We can still fight, But to see her withdraw, the priceless moment. Oh, that was the third best scene right there. Now, the second best scene was anticipation of the bell ring. All right. So we see that Dany did wait for the minute. She did wait. Tyrion waited. Also, Jon and the others also waited for the bell to ring. And so it was like, 10 seconds of like, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, and nobody rang the bell. The anticipation for that. But what came next was shocking for many people that only watched the episode. Cersei got what she wanted, and have Dany look like the bad guy. And Dany looked like the bad guy. Dany looked like the Mad Queen. The Mad Queen. Dany looked like the baddest person in Westeros. She's not even from around here, but she looked like the worst person to be on the throne. And like I said, it's a win for Cersei, but also a win for Dany for dethroning, Cersei. It was bad to see the people burnt alive. Was not expecting that from Dany. Really bad. I feel sorry for everybody. People did not deserve that. And you see how Jon was looking, but Tyrion was on the same side as Sir Davos, and Dany was and Grey Worm was on the same side. We seen that Grey Worm didn't anticipate, well, he did want this. He did want this for Miss Sunday, and he even after Lannisters threw their swords down, he stood an attack. Jon was shocked. Jon did not want this at all. Jon told his men to stay back as Grey Worm and Unsullied started attacking the unarmed people. Like, how unarmed you can be like that? That's bad. And Jon started keeping his men back, but the Lannisters had no choice but to fight back, and that's when Jon had no choice but to swing the sword also. Worst scene right there, the worst scene ever. People getting killed, burned alive, and we seen when people were saying Aerys, the Mad King, was someone that's burning people alive. We see it here firsthand in this episode how he did. This is what he was doing. This is what the Mad King was doing to people, just like what Dany doing right now. It's sad, so sad, fans, that we ought to see that. Well, let's talk about Jaime now. Jaime fought well with Euron. He fought admirably. I would say that. He tried to get Cersei out of there. And let's talk about Sir Gregor. Clegane. Like, that man is a beast. Like, he fell with his brother. But every slide of the sword, you see how strong he was, breaking bricks with swords. Like, amazing. You seen how Gregor just fucked up guy for head. Like, he's like, oh, be your queen, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, straight up. And like, we see, like, it's just like, I don't want no part of this. Like, let me walk through. Like, you know, Sandor didn't even want to hit, you know, Cersei. But throughout this whole run around with Arya, she resembles Stark back in Bronn's vision when Bronn seen Lyanna dying on a deathbed having Jon. Aegon, sorry, whatever you want to call it, he's still Jon to me. But we see that she resembles her father a lot. I liked that whole scene because she's like looked just like Ned Stark. Give me some red Ned Stark recognition right there. And it was bad. She even tried to help the people that got burned alive. And we see that once this coming to it, I think Arya would kill Dany, because that was sad. That was so sad. People did not deserve that whatsoever, fans. And Arya seen it firsthand how she burned the people alive. How would Jon stay by her side now that her sisters really will not follow Dany? Jon, a tough spot, but we know Jon is true heir to the throne. So I mean, what can you say? What's next for Jon? I don't know, but like I said, I'm only an episode reader. Episode watcher. But like I said, Arya would not stand behind Dany for this. Nobody but the people that's scared of her will follow Dany for this. Trust me right there. People of Westeros, the whole realm will come against her. We've seen in the beginning of this that Varys let out the letter that she's not the true heir to the throne. Now, we all know that. So listen, people will come and team up. Enemies will come, align with each other just to take down, Dany. I feel sorry for that. I love Dany, but you gotta go, because that was not what I expected whatsoever. Sorry, Dany. I love you so much, but you gotta go. But let's talk about the best scene. Now, the best scene was the roof falling on Cersei. Sorry, Jamie. But the roof falling on Cersei was the best scene. Number one, best scene. Best scene now, roof falling on Cersei. I hate Cersei. Thank you. She's dead. Yes, finally. Perfect. Perfect scene. Roof falling on, and she begging for life. First time we ever seen Cersei begging for her life and her child. Sorry for the child. But Cersei, you gotta die. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, I know she's dead. She gotta be dead. If she's not dead, I mean, she would live her life in solitude. Bam. Good plus for us, right or wrong. Like, I hate Cersei so much. But this was amazing episode. 9.5 out of 10, because that was so sad what Dany did at the last minute of this episode. So sad. Next week, Sunday, will be the last Game of Thrones episode. Season final. I can't wait to see it. They didn't give us really too much on the preview. I'm glad about that, because I don't want to get spoiled. But amazing episode. Sorry for the people that got massacred. You seen the wildfire? It's crazy. But that is the episode of Game of Thrones in my review, Monkey D. Shot. But like, comment, subscribe to my channel to get more of me, and to get more, anime and manga. I do all that, So I'm Monkey D. Schiffer. Stay safe out there.